Welcome to Bible Bedtime Children. The Bible story of Samson. There was a man named Manoah whose wife was not able to have any children. One day, an angel from God came to his wife and said, "You do not have any children, but you will give birth to a son. When he is born, do not cut his hair, for God will use him to save Israel from the Philistines." When the angel left, the woman went to tell her husband what the angel said. When her husband heard the story, he prayed to God and asked that the man would return. God answered Manoah's prayer and sent the angel back. When the angel returned, he told Manoah exactly what he told his wife about the child. When he is born, do not cut his hair, for God will use him to save Israel from the Philistines. Later on, Manoah's wife gave birth to a son, and they named him Samson. Samson was very strong, and his hair was long because his parents never cut it. When he became older, he saw a Philistine woman and wanted to marry her. Samson's parents did not want him to marry a Philistine because they were enemies. However, they agreed because it was part of God's plan to save Israel. When Samson went to meet the Philistine woman, he came across a roaring lion. When Samson saw the lion, he received strength from God and tore the lion apart. After he chose his wife, he had a feast to celebrate for 7 days. At the feast, he gave a riddle to the men for a prize. No one could figure out the riddle, so they went to Samson's wife to get some help. Samson's wife went to him and begged him to tell her the answer, but he would not. Finally, after the 7 days, he gave her the answer to the riddle. She then told it to the Philistines. When Samson found out they tricked her, he was not happy. To give them their prize, he used his strength to kill 30 men for their clothes to give to the Philistines. Samson was not able to trust his wife anymore, so he left her with the Philistine men. Later on, he met a woman named Delilah and fell in love with her. The Philistines wanted to know the secret to Samson's strength, so they went to Delilah for help. They told her if she found out the secret, they would give her silver. Delilah agreed that she would find out. She went to Samson and said, "Tell me the secret of your strength." Samson answered, If someone ties me with 7 wet bowstrings, I will be as weak as any man. She went and got 7 bowstrings and tied up Samson. She then called out, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you." Samson broke the bowstrings, showing that was not the secret to his strength. Delilah said, "You have fooled me. Now tell me the secret to your strength." Samson answered, "If you tie me with new rope, I will be as weak as any man." Delilah went and got new rope to tie up Samson. She then called out, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you." Samson broke the rope, proving once again that it was not the secret to his strength. Delilah then said, "You are making a fool of me. Please tell me how you can be tied." Samson answered, "If you tie the 7 braids of my hair with fabric and a pin, I will be as weak as any man." Delilah went again and did what Samson said. When she called out to him that the Philistines were coming, he broke free again. She said to Samson, "This is the 3rd time you have made a fool of me. Please tell me the secret of your strength." Samson finally told her the secret. He said, "No razor has ever been put on my head since I was born. If I shave my hair, then I will be as weak as any man." When Delilah finally heard the secret, she told the Philistines. Later on, when Samson fell asleep, she took a razor and shaved his head. She then called, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you." When Samson awoke, he did not have his strength, and the Philistines captured him and took out his eyes and put him in prison. While in prison, Samson's hair began to grow again. One day, the Philistines were having a feast to their gods, so they called for Samson to perform for them. Samson performed and then asked if he could stand between 2 pillars. While there, he prayed to God to give him his strength once more, to have revenge on the Philistines for taking out his eyes. God gave Samson his strength again, and he pushed on the pillars, making everything in the temple come falling down. The destruction took the lives of all the Philistines, including Samson. Samson was able to destroy the Philistines and ended up destroying more of them when he died than when he lived. The people of Israel were now free from the Philistines because of Samson. The Bible story of Samson. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.